I'll drink to that! That's the worst thing I've ever... Please, I think it's your nerves. When I tell my nephew!
Welcome to the podcast. My name is... I honestly don't know what I've changed my name so many times, I don't know which of the following names I'm gonna use. It's gonna probably be Vryl, I think.
Alright.
And who are you?
Good question. I usually go with Silsilla, but I'm probably... Yes, I'm a Grimner.
Hello, welcome, Grimner. I'm joking. We haven't decided on a name on the podcast, which is... pretty ironic considering I'm a name nerd.
Yeah, but this is the first episode. We just decided that we wanted to create a new podcast, since we both are quite big fans of World of Warcraft, and midnight is just around the corner.
Yeah, and it's a funny story because that is how I slid into your DMs the first time.
That is true. That is true.
So, the way it went, I just slid into Grimner's DMs and I said, "Hello, do you play World of Warcraft?" And then I hit him with the usual, "Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Yoshi P?" And then I started to talk about Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah. You dragged me into that for 2 years now?
Yeah, and then the MSQ just got worse and worse and worse, and then we stopped, and now we don't play it anymore.
Yeah.
But now I just fell in love with WoW again, so...
Yes.
But we're curious on your journey. Why, how did you start to play World of Warcraft?
I am a Warcraft fan since Warcraft 2, which I started to play in like middle school. So, to be honest, I liked Warcraft 2. I didn't like Warcraft 3 that much.
How come?
And it became more of a hero strategy game, which I really don't like. I prefer like the unnamed small unknown army soldier kind of thing that Warcraft 2 had. So when they actually started working on World of Warcraft, I saw some screenshots of it, and it looked sort of like Warcraft 3 back in the days. So I wasn't really impressed by it until it actually released. Yeah.
So you didn't heard anything about the game itself beforehand?
No. I was quite anti World of Warcraft up until the release of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not that I sought out any information, because like this was back in 2004, and internet was basically just forums.
You just decided beforehand that you hate this game.
Yeah, but what I seen in like PC Gamer and such magazines didn't capture me.
Okay.
But after I had done my military service, and as I had finished that, I was free basically until I started school like half a year later. So on a LAN party with my friends, me and one of my friends had actually gone and bought the starter pack like just a week before. No, I actually went and bought it on my birthday.
Nice.
On my birthday, but since I was in the military, I couldn't play it.
Yeah, of course.
For another 2 months.
Oh, that would be so frustrating to have the game and just like, I have to wait.
Yeah. But then we had like a LAN party a couple of weeks after I finished, and we installed it, and we went. Both me and my friend went as trolls. And jumped into Duratar and was blown away. Like that entire weekend was us just leveling and exploring Duratar.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Yeah. And what happened then?
We got stuck for quite a while, like leveling up. He was a hunter, I was a rogue, both trolls, and we explored it on Bloodfeather.
Was it what type of server?
It was a PvP server.
PvP server, yeah.
I've been playing mostly on PvP servers. And I think I got all the way up to level 40-ish, or right before level 40 back in the day.
What class did you play?
Rogue.
Rogue, of course.
Yeah. A combat rogue, I think. I played as him. Ran around with spirit armor and all that. Like whatever you could find, basically. But it was interesting, because then we sort of like, he lost interest, I lost interest, and we had a bit of a down where we stopped playing the game for a while.
The Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout. And then we actually got in touch with some other people in our hometown. Started a gaming club, basically for Warhammer and role playing and such.
Nice.
And they were also playing World of Warcraft, but on an alliance server.
Okay.
So we switched over to Sunstrider, also a PvP server, and started playing there. Basically, you had a group of 5 or 7 people, I think.
Yeah.
Who all leveled up together and then did raids and everything, and up until, well, from sort of the end of vanilla all the way up to the end of the Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had a bit of a burnout, because we were raiding more or less, like it was, I went to school, then I came home, played WoW,
Yeah.
and then went to bed and then school, and just repeated.
Yeah.
So I burnt out on it. Yeah, well, I got halfway through Black Temple, I think, and then I thought, oh, I need to take a pause now and play some other games, because I didn't get to play other games, and games is quite a big interest.
So it felt more like a job than actually gaming.
Yes, exactly.
That's so sad when that happens. It's not fun at all. Because you're not getting paid to play. That would be a whole different thing.
Exactly.
I think I had something similar. But anyway, we're talking about you now.
Yeah,
so after that, what happened? You stopped playing for a while, or?
Yeah, I took a pause. I stopped raiding, because it was that started to feel like a job.
Yeah.
Raiding. It was fun, but it was too much, basically. So I had a pause, played some other games that I missed out on, and then me and Guy, the hunter from before, and one of our other childhood friends, we decided that, shouldn't we try to level up just us 3 and try to 3-man every content, like the content. So we started horde characters. I was a Fury Warrior. The new guy was a Arms Warrior, and the hunter, he played a priest.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love Warrior. It's so fun.
Yes, it is. It's fun. But remember, this was back in Burning Crusade times.
Yes,
so
I also played Warrior back in Crusade times. Yeah.
So it was more difficult and quite slow to begin with when you started.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started playing that and sort of min-maxed, took steps, planned everything out. Like went, okay, we will do these quests now. Okay, we need to stop. We need to do some battlegrounds to gain honor, so we can buy this gear from the battleground vendors, and then now we are geared enough to go and do this dungeon.
Yeah. So it was more like a strategy, like
it became
we get to the next.
Exactly. And we went all the way up to level 70.
Was that top level at the time?
That was top level at the time.
Nice.
It was.
That's very good.
Yeah. I think this was towards the end of the Burning Crusade when we actually hit top level. And then I stopped playing again for quite a while. Until how long? I dipped in a bit into Lich King, but didn't like it. I think that is a longer topic for another episode, actually.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot to say about that expansion.
Yes.
Dipped in a bit there. Then I did I actually, when I applied for a job, I got instructions to play through Cataclysm.
Interesting.
Yep. As part of my introduction before I become an intern.
Yeah.
So I did that.
What do you work with?
I'm a level designer.
Ah.
A senior level designer.
Of course.
I've been playing.
I knew this. I'm just like helping the audience to understand
Yes.
who they're listening to.
Exactly. Which I think was also a good topic for another episode.
Of course. Yeah.
But anyway, I was instructed, not ordered, to play through the Cataclysm, which had released. Then.
What do you think about Cataclysm?
The problem was that I played through the Cataclysm like leveling story in DreamHack over a weekend. So it was quite rushed.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't have that much of an opinion of the expansion because I didn't really play it as I would have played previously.
Yeah, I get it.
It was rushed for me. So,
yeah.
But since none of my friends were really playing anymore, I didn't get hooked on the game again until I met you, basically.
It's all because of me.
Yeah. So maybe we should take your journey up until that point.
Before that point.
Before like that, now we have the story where we two play together. So how was your journey up until the point where we started playing together?
Like before I met you.
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't understand the phrasing, but yeah. So it was a funny story. I tried. I had a friend who played World of Warcraft Classic. No, Vanilla. It's called Vanilla. And she was like, you have to try it. It's the best game ever. You have to try it. So I made a character on her account. And I just hated the way it looked. It was so ugly. I thought I made a night elf druid, I think. And I just hated how it looked. And the colors, I didn't like it at all, strangely. Because this is like you have to remember that at the time I played Final Fantasy 11, which was a completely different designing, like different aesthetic and style was completely different. And so jumping from that into WoW is very rough.
Yeah, because back then, like Final Fantasy 11, it did look better in many ways.
It wasn't good, but it was better than WoW Vanilla. And so I made a character, and I think I leveled her to just like level 5. And then I was like, no, thank you. This is ugly. So I didn't touch that. And also, she had a warlock. And I saw her warlock pet, the succubus. And I was like, why can't I have a character that looks like that? I want a character with horns, hoofs, and a tail. Why can't I have that? And lo and behold, Burning Crusade comes, and we get Draenei, and I go mental. I'm like, I need to make a Draenei. And so she got the beta testing, I think it's called.
Yeah, they have beta testing.
Beta testing. And
your friend?
Yeah, my friend. She got beta testing, and I logged in and made a Draenei, and I was like, yes, absolutely yes. And I also have like a very strong memory from going to the game store. I don't remember what it's called at the time. GameStop?
Oh, could be GameStop, yeah.
GameStop.
EB Games.
EB Games. I don't remember what it was called, but we were standing in line with a huge group of people waiting for the store to open because they released Burning Crusade that evening. And it was so cold. I think it was in January or February. I don't remember what month it was, but I remember it was dark and cold, and we were standing in line and we were freezing our butts off. And I was just so excited, and I ran home and installed the game. It was like, I don't know how many discs, 4 or 5, no.
I don't know. Well, it was several because it was CDs back then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I logged on and made my warrior, and I was just like, yes, this is the game. It was so good. But like you said, with warrior back in the day, it was tedious to level.
Yep.
And you have to remember that my friends at the time also played on a PvP game, on a PvP server.
Yeah.
So it was even worse because I kept on getting ganked and corpse camped like all the time. And I had to rage quit and just like, why am I getting paid to get pissed off and not be able to progress in a game that I want to play? And I didn't know the alternatives because nobody told me that there's normal servers where people won't attack you, because I thought that this was the game. This is what it was to play World of Warcraft. You're supposed to get ganked and it's normal. And so I tried to like level up. I think I got to like level 65. I didn't get top level at the time. And then Lich came around, and I think my computer got too bad to play it, and I just wasn't interested anymore. People stopped playing, and I stopped playing WoW for many, many years. And then I came back in Battle for Azeroth as a Shadow Priest Night Elf. And I still played on a PvP server at the time, and it was still tedious, and it was still very toxic, and I just hated it. But I loved the lore. I loved the aesthetic now. They've made gorgeous jobs on the Night Elves, and like everything just looked so much better since the last time I played it.
That was after the player character improvement, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. I think it's Cataclysm that they improved the graphics,
the looks of the characters.
Yeah. I was like, wow, my Draenei looks like shit, and the Night Elves are incredibly beautiful. I should race change.
Yeah, they got an improvement.
Yeah. The glow up, the Night Elf glow up. Yeah. And so I played Shadow Priest Night Elf, and I was the one thing that really hooked me back in WoW back then was the Void Elves. Because I was a bit of a goth girl at the time, so I was like, a Void Elf, that would be interesting. Because I thought that the Blood Elves were pretty, but I didn't want to play Horde. So I was like, oh, it's perfect if I play a Void Elf, because they're pretty, but they're goth, and they're still Alliance.
Yeah. This
is a good deal. But it was a very long process for me to unlock the race.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I got very attached to my Night Elf, and I just thought that she was possibly even prettier than the Void Elves.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna race change and try it out. But I also noticed that there weren't many options when you make a Void Elf. They suffer from what they call the same face syndrome, for instance.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like the Void Elves sort of remind me of teenagers, and I'm not really a teenager, so I can't really relate to that race, really. And so I switched back to a Night Elf, and I was like, let's check out the lore of the Night Elves, because there's many like name drops when I quest, like who is actually Tyrande, who is actually Queen Najara, like all these things. And I, like any normal person who is interested in WoW lore, I checked out a novel video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And learned about the Highborn and the Sundering, and I was like, oh, it was those guys who blasted the world. Interesting. I had no idea. Like, I was just so fascinated by the Night Elven lore. And and
the lore is more prevalent in Battle for Azeroth and those expansions, at least compared to vanilla. Because in vanilla you had to either read the quest text or look for books.
Yes, exactly.
You didn't really interact with the characters from the lore in the same way as you do nowadays.
No, exactly. So I was like, okay, Highborn. I started searching for Highborn on YouTube, and then all of a sudden I come across a video of Akrona. And if I say that name, most of the people in Argent don't know who Akrona is. She's an amazing artist and a role player, and she also makes like role-playing events on the server sometimes. And I saw her, she had a video about highborn in Suramar, but they were like in character. They were somewhere else. I don't know where they. Maybe they were in Elder Thalas, or I don't remember what she said.
So it was a role-playing event.
Yes. So they only used Suramar as a backdrop for a story that they had.
Okay.
So they weren't in Suramar in character.
No.
It was just like, and it just looked amazing. And I was like, what is this? Who are these people? What are they doing? Oh, it's role playing. And what server are they on? Oh, they're on Argent Dawn. What is Argent Dawn? Oh, Argent Dawn is a role playing server. Interesting. And so I made a character on Argent Dawn and just like hung out and like saw that people were role playing, and I was like, this is something completely different. And so I just took the decision to switch to Argent Dawn, and I've never looked back since, because people were so kind. Of course you come across strange people now and then, but most of the time people are very kind and helpful if you have any questions regarding roleplay or anything else. So I was like, it's not even a question, let's just move to Argent Dawn. And so I joined my first role-playing guild, and I was introduced to that, and like just get the ropes of what role-playing really is. And I mean, of course it's also subjective, but there's also like a standard, or not standard, but they're like some sort of rules, just so everyone is comfortable while role-playing. And yeah, it was just a great time. And ever since, I've had like a few characters that I've role-played, and like I said, I can never like come to terms with what type of name I'm gonna use, so I keep on switching the names of my characters all the time. Just as recently as today, I switched the name of my main character. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how it goes down with me. But yeah, so that's how it went.
How you ended up on Argent Dawn.
Yes.
Yeah. And well, that's when we with the launch. Well, you dropped into WoW every now and then as we were playing Final Fantasy as well.
Yeah.
But then we took some pauses and did first Dragon Isle.
Yeah. I did not like.
Which we hate, because we don't like the dragons at all.
No, we don't. We do not.
No. And this was also my first take on modern retail. WoW.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah, you were very frustrated.
Yeah, I don't like it compared to my vanilla days.
No.
And I still don't. But it has its charm, but it doesn't really hook me in the same way anymore.
No. I mean, we tried Season of Discovery for a while too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like Classic, but it's also like, yeah, I need to log in and have the energy to look up quests, to look up.
You like the modern comforts that have been added to the game.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. I don't want to, because when you play, for my part, I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but I feel like when I play Classic WoW, it's sort of like you said, it's like a job. You have to like put your own effort into it, and like, okay, look up where do I find this mob that I have to kill? Where do I farm these 500 things that I need for this quest?
Yeah, exactly. It is.
It's more time.
More labor intensive.
Yes.
Compared to retail.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, both of them have their charms, so it's like, I get it. Yeah. Why do we love World of Warcraft? Why do you love World of Warcraft?
Why I love World of Warcraft? Well, as we touched upon right just before here, I love World of Warcraft because of the old charm. For me, it was a way to meet the characters and the lore and the places that I had seen in Warcraft 2. So that was the fun part for me.
Yeah.
Like seeing Zul'jin was my favorite thing, for example. Yeah. And also like the orc huts and everything. I was a orc player back in the day.
I thought you were more troll.
Yeah, but the trolls were on the orc side.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I love the trolls from Warcraft 2, and that got me into WoW.
Yeah.
But I mean, retail WoW has interesting things as well nowadays, because I mean, the art is beautiful.
Yes.
Like, they make amazing things looking things.
Yep.
Some things are worse than others, but I mean, normally the world itself is fun to explore and look at.
Yes, I agree.
So that's what I like with retail WoW. Well, I like the older quests and the difficulty and the labor that was in vanilla.
If we're talking immersion-wise, which immersion do you prefer the most in WoW?
I think that classic or vanilla had more immersion than retail WoW.
Okay.
Because retail WoW is so gamified nowadays, with all the convenience and the direction where you should go with the quests and the flying mounts, which is my absolute pet peeve. It's basically the game itself rewards you to skip content rather than play through it and be immersed in the world.
That is true. Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah. And for you, why do you love World of Warcraft?
Oh, it's yeah, well, it's the Night Elf zones. I'm not gonna lie, it's the Night Elf zones. I still like hang out in Darnassus in Teldrassil and just sit there and listen to the music and the noises and watch the little critters run around in the forest and just like, this is my happy place. And sometimes I sit in Belameth and just hang out with the same reason. And just sometimes I have a podcast on in the background and just hang out in game, not role playing, just sitting around, or I try new mogs or something.
So it's the lore and the immersion of that part of the world.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Just I prefer the Night Elf zones. I tried role playing as a high elf. At one point, I even joined a high elf guild, but it just didn't click because the high elves are very influenced by the human aesthetic. In my opinion, like they don't have that magical purple haze to them like the night elves have.
No, they are very, very alliance coated.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely night elf zones and night elf aesthetics, mogs and whatnot. And also I've been like not constantly reading, but like I browsed through the War of the Ancients trilogy.
Yeah.
And just skipped the boring dragon and orc parts and just read about the endeavors of Tyrande, Malfurion, Illidan, and also like what Queen Azshara and Xavius and the Highborns are doing, and just like basically just trying to get as much information, like nerdy information about lore-based facts.
So, what are we doing in WoW right now?
Rolling our thumbs and waiting for midnight.
Yes. That is indeed true. Well, we have been busy.
Yes, we have.
Have been busy. With the whole housing pre-patch. Yes.
You made a very cute house.
So did you.
Oh, thank you.
We have the best houses in our neighborhood.
I think so too.
Yeah. We should. I think we should do a separate episode of this. But,
yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And of course, this is recorded pre to the pre-patch.
Yeah.
But so we don't really know what's in the pre-patch yet. But since it's released today, we probably have some more information about that later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're waiting for midnight right now, and this is our introduction.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for listening to this first episode of the podcast.
Yes.
And see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.